I was the person who thought I was invincible. I thought that the warning signs of a stroke had nothing to do with me. I thought that strokes only happened to older people. But I'm here to tell you that it can happen to you.
For Sheila, life came crashing down on her the day after Christmas, December 26, 2010. That was the day when she collapsed to the floor of her home in Stamford, Connecticut. She was suffering from a massive stroke affecting the primary artery that supplies the brainstem with blood. She was immediately rushed down to the New York Presbyterian at Columbia for an urgent procedure, where doctors went through the vessel and tried to remove the clot that is blocking the artery and restore blood flow to her brain. She was in a coma when she got to us. Her arms were completely paralyzed, but we were able to do a procedure that was absolutely huge. After originally giving her family an outlook that was not very positive, doctors were very hopeful with the treatments that they were going to attempt.
My stroke greatly affected the pons area of my brain. This section of the brain is considered to be the Grand Central Station. 80% of my pons was destroyed. The pons is the one part of the brain that does not regenerate itself. So after my stroke, it was really a matter of me starting over from scratch. I was unable to speak and walk on my own for quite a few months. So I had to go through the process of relearning everything. It was a very slow process for me to regain my original strength. I wish I had known the warning signs of a stroke before I suffered from one myself. I think if I would have been aware of the warning signs, perhaps things would have turned out differently for me.
The key to early recognition of stroke is knowing the warning signs. After scanning the face, is there facial weakness, particularly on one side? Test for arm weakness. Hold out the patient's arms. If one of the arms falls to the ground, the person is probably at risk. For speech, check to see if there is any slurring. If you see any of these signs occur, it is time to call 911. It is so important to be aware of the warning signs of stroke because they can make all the difference in a patient's recovery.
A stroke, also known as a brain attack, happens when the brain does not get enough blood. Some strokes are caused by blockage in the blood vessels, and others occur when a blood vessel bursts. Women can have unique symptoms for a stroke. For example, women often experience sudden arm or leg pain, nausea, tiredness, chest pain, shortness of breath, a racing or pounding heartbeat, and even hiccups. Other common symptoms include sudden numbness, confusion, difficulty seeing, trouble walking, dizziness, or a severe headache. Anyone can have a stroke. The risk of having a stroke increases with age, and the majority of strokes occur in individuals over 65 years old. Women, however, have an increased risk for stroke if they take birth control pills, hormone replacement therapy, and during pregnancy. Certain conditions can increase a person's risk for stroke, such as high blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart disease, diabetes, and having already had a stroke. Behaviors such as smoking, drinking too much alcohol, eating an unhealthy diet, and living a sedentary lifestyle can contribute to a higher risk for stroke. Stroke is the 5th leading cause of death in the United States, and 60% of those deaths occur in women. Know the signs and risks for stroke. For more information, visit www.strokeassociation.org.